This asshole just does not want to die. Nice, eh? But he's in there. I got him. And I'll deal with him later. Welcome back, my fellow aficionados. It's great to be back. Sorry, I know it's been a while. We got tons of emails and questions. A lot of unboxings to do yet. But I wanted to show that cigar Beetle. That is an actual Beetle. He's still in here somewhere, but he came out, and that's what you're seeing there. So let's get right into it, and we'll start with some emails. Again, as usual, I'll probably break this up to cover all of them. The first email, Sydney Carton, and he's not the only one. It seems a lot of guys are getting and gals are getting dinged with duties when doing online orders. Yeah, I don't know. As I was saying to Sydney, maybe it's best to lay low. Maybe jump on to some of the Facebook groups until things kind of settle down. But you're not the only one, my friend. There's a few of yous out there that are getting pinched, and that's not fun. But I won't read the whole email. But we were discussing on aging, and it's how hard it is, and especially when you don't have a huge inventory, to kind of stay away from your sticks, especially if you try one and they're good, and you want to keep some to see how they age further in the years. But we just talked briefly about that, and some kind words again. He loves the videos, and I love that, because I'm glad that you guys are getting something out of it. It's we learn together, right? So thank you for that, and we'll continue on with the emails. All right, and the next email, Luke, and another one, right? He was saying he got pinched as well. This happened in October, and yeah, he got nailed a couple times. Very frustrating, to see the least. I always pay cash because I don't have a credit card. Yeah, yeah, my man. I don't know what to tell you. Like I said with Sydney there. Maybe it's best uh, to lay low. It's really, I mean, not strange. I mean, I got pinched too a few times, but it just seems that the amount of people lately putting up some red flags. So as I said with Sydney there, probably lay low for a bit, Luke. But I feel your pain, man. Yeah, that hurts. Also, we were discussing about the winter. Uh, yeah, man, it sucks. It just plain simple. It sucks. And I'm glad that there's more of us out there that we're not the polar bears. So Carlos said it best. You know, we collect more in the winter, smoke more in the summer. Um, but thank you again for the kind words, Luke. That means a lot and keeps me going. Cheers. All right. The next email, Mr. Carlos Santos. Um, here's a question that I found interesting and is specific to Canadian or Ontario smokers. If you have a casual friend you have coming to town who you would like to have a smoke with, uh, what would your options be? Considering there's no legal cigar lounges in Ontario, and yeah, we can't smoke in the patios, any public places. Um, yeah, that's a very good question. I was fortunate in the summer when I met Jack Wu. Uh, I mean, it was in the summer, so we kind of had a cigar in the parquet kind of place. But yeah, you're right. You're very limited with your options, and it's there's no way around it. Like they're don't even get me started on that. But yeah, you know, he was saying, you know, one of your options, smoke in the car. Um, I don't think I would do that. Um, in the summer, yeah, it's easy. Invite them over, you know, in the backyard, or go for a walk, or to a friend's place that you can smoke outside. But yeah, in the winter months, it is very difficult. I know in a few groups that I'm on, they do kind of have little cigar clubs where they'll go to. Um, I don't want to say exactly where, but a designated area, and they'll all hang out and have a cigar. So uh, maybe poke around. You might be surprised if you have some fellow aficionados in your area to enjoy a stick with in the winter months. Uh, Great email, Carlos. And the next email, David, and I believe your tag was Flyer. I should have looked it up. Flyers. No, man, no, Habs all the way. Come on. um, but he and I responded to you, David. But I wanna discuss this because this isn't coincidence in my opinion. Um, he's having an issue with the cigar Oasis, and with developing mold on his cigars, and black mold in the beads. And what you're explaining to me is identical to what Joseph was going through. But we got him straightened out. So I don't know. Uh, like to get Joseph, I mean, we were texting back and forth, Joseph, Charles, and myself, and And Charles, hey man, if you're watching this, get well, my friend. But uh, Charles did a lot of digging up info on the Oasis, and came to the conclusion that there's some fault with it. There's an issue with the unit, and what it seems to be doing is just pumping constant, regardless of what you're setting it at. It just seems to constantly be pumping excess moisture to the point, because we couldn't really figure it out. And I asked Joseph, I was like, well, do me a favor, take the Oasis out completely. And in doing so, if memory serves me correctly, it took about 7 to 10 days for that humidor to come back down 65, 66, 68, which leads me to believe that there's so much moisture being put out from that Oasis that it is just saturating the boxes and holding all that moisture, hence why you're getting the mold on the cigars. So what I would say, David, do the same thing. Take the Oasis out completely. I emailed you what to do because your setup is kind of similar. Put the higher Boveda bags, humidity Boveda bags on top, because moisture is heavier than air, and it's always going to come down. So I would put those the bags that you had. I believe you said you had 68s or 69s. Put a couple on the top, couple in the middle, but on the bottom, I would do the 65s. Put a couple on the last two shelves. Put them at 65. That way, if there's any excess moisture or humidity, those bags will suck it in, because they work. Well, you know how they work. They're just two-way release and absorb. So, but it's yeah, it's really strange that you're the second one now that has had the exact same issue. But as we discussed in our emails, we'll keep in touch. Please keep me in the loop, and I definitely want to help you, as we did with Joseph, to get through this and get it set up properly. The last thing I want is for you to lose those cigars. I know they're not cheap, and anything I can do to help, my friend. I know it took a while to get back to you. I'm sorry. I apologize, but we'll get you straightened out. So look forward to hearing from you. Okay, and we'll touch on a couple of viewer comments, and yeah, we'll see how many I can get through. But Carlos, we were discussing about the temp and humidity. So he just commented that he agrees to being closer to 65 RH. He doesn't have the temp control, and that way it leaves him a buffer. And that's exactly what you want to do. The last thing you want is to put yourself right at the edge where, and in the summer you're gonna have a spike. Just as in the winter it's gonna drop, in the summer it's gonna go up. So, why not? You're staying in the middle. And you leave yourself the headroom, right? So at 65, goes up to 68, 69, hell, let's just say worst case scenario, even 70, you're still in the norm, right? It's yeah, that's definitely the right way to do it, man. I agree with you 110% with that. The next one is a dead banker is a dead wanker. I haven't heard from you in a while, my friend. But he brought to my attention. I didn't find out till a couple days later that Simon Chase passed away. And for those of you that don't know him, he's worked at Hunters and Frankow for forever, uh, but his knowledge is going to be greatly missed. Not just that, he's a class act. Like he's just a true gentleman. Yeah, that kind of sucked when I read that on Cigar Journal. Yeah, uh, that's a shame. But thoughts are out with his family, and yeah, that's definitely sad news for sure. But thanks for letting me know about that. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have found out till much later. All right, and the next comment comes from Creighton Francis. He was just wondering with the rabbit air when I had a cigar in the house, and he was like, "Did it not pan out with the air filter?" I was looking for a follow up. Um, no, it almost did, but yeah, she still smelt it upstairs. I think I was about halfway through the cigar. So no, my friend, it did not pan out. I will not give up, and I'm going to figure out some way of doing it that's not going to break the bank. But yeah, I will stay on that. Thanks for the comment, pal. All right, next comment, Mr. Carlos Santos. He loves the Village cigar toque that I normally wear, which I forgot today. But yeah, man, if you're there, yeah, they're great. I love those toques. Even their ball caps are nice too. But he was just saying I got to see if they have them the next time I'm there. Yeah, definitely grab one. He also we were talking about the uh, cigar of the month, which still waiting, and that's not a good sign. Uh, with a cigar of the month club in Ontario, and he nailed it right on. They're so clamped down uh, on the tobacco industry in a whole, and not just here. It's nationwide. Um, that yeah, to kind of do anything like that. To be honest with you, the only thing I could think of is you would have to be a retailer or some attachment to it in order to just distribute in the province that you're in, because even to go province to province, it's insane. So yeah, I hear you, brother. Yeah, it would definitely be a tough industry to get into, and hats off to those that did get in and have gotten into it, because that's a steep battle uh, to fight every day. But thanks for the comment. And the next comment, and oh God, um, Vordigan, '07, and so he's commenting on a comment that someone left with the Monte Cristo number twos that I have, because in the bottom of the box, the Habanos embossing doesn't run uh, horizontal the way the box would open. They put it vertical, and right away, I can't even remember who, it was so long ago, said, well, they're fakes. And I was like, man, oh man, I could remember boxes in La Casa de Habanos, in tobacco stores since late 1990s to 2000s, early, like I'm talking 2000, 2001, where I've seen that. And these cigars are legit. Stuff like that happens. It happens sometimes. It's not a perfect machined process. Um, I I hate arguing, and I'm just trying to bring the facts, and it's not just one thing that you look at and then go, well, it's fake. There's so many components to it, and then at the end of the day, if you if you smoke enough Cuban cigars, you're gonna know. You're gonna know right off the bat when you start smoking that, whether it's real or not. That to me is the the deciding factor. But if you're looking at labels and the government seal, the tobacco seal, the hologram, the black light. Like there's so many, and then you got to look at the year, and you can check out the older videos, where I try to break it down kind of the best I can, not 100% detailed, as there's probably some out there that are way better, but you'll get an idea. But anyway, he was laughing. Uh, he didn't. His comment was he didn't get fakes from COH, not a chance. And you're bang on. I mean, all these years dealing with Ravi and his crew, I've never had an issue, never. And some of the crap I read and see, boggles my mind, which will lead me to, you know what? No, I'll save that for another video. We'll go over that. Um, but yeah, and the other comment from Carlos was um, the Tatuaje, the monster line. And this is one. I, I mention this a lot in the groups that I'm in, because they're strictly Cuban cigar smokers, and I'm like, listen, I don't know if you know Pete Johnson or Tatuaje, or have ever tried it, but if you are a big Cuban cigar smoker, you gotta give these a shot because they are excellent. And I'm not just saying that. I don't personally know Pete Johnson. I've never talked to him, but his cigars speak for themselves. And I'm telling you, if you've never tried it, I highly recommend that you try it. And this goes with Carlos Santos was saying the same thing. He's got the Reserva J21 in his humidor. He's saving that for the summer. But yes, my friend, I've yet to have, even the L'Atelier that he has, great stick. I've yet to have one that I can say I don't like. But anything that he produces is fantastic. So yeah, I'm glad you're trying those too, and I encourage all of yous out there to at least give it a shot. Just give it a shot, and let me know what you think. And the next comment, again from Vordigan, 07. Nice score there. Ravi's very good, isn't he? I know that you guys in Canada get screwed over taxes to similarly high levels as us here in the UK. So having the likes of COH out there is an absolute godsend. Have you cracked the La Hoyles yet? No, I have not. but he's saying they're smoking great. So you're gonna get me in trouble now. Yes, I definitely wanna try those, but no, I have not tried that. And you're bang on, right? The UK is another spot that just gets absolutely decimated with taxes and it's unfortunate, but we get grouped. You know, it's a tobacco product, and it gets all clumped into one, right? So the fight goes on. You know, we'll see what happens. It may just mean that we have to go to Cuba more. That's an idea, eh? Great comment. Thanks. All right, so we'll end there. That's keep it coming. Love the dialogue. Uh, you know, and it's great as an example with Joseph and his issue, how other people, subscribers, helping to resolve an issue that we can learn from and help other people. That's fantastic. That's exactly what what I was hoping that this would turn into. So, good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching this in the world. Stay tuned. I will definitely be back with some more comments, and we'll definitely get back into some unboxing. Also, I did not forget, I do have to do another humidor tour. Because there's a lot of nosy people that want to know what boxes are in there and ruin the surprise. But we'll definitely do that in the upcoming videos as well. So have a great night, folks. Cheers.